In today's video, we are going to be talking about the top 5 loadouts to use right now in Warzone. I know the beta is out for Modern Warfare 2, but a lot of people have been commenting asking me to keep them updated with the metas, etc. for Warzone, because a lot of people are still playing Warzone, and at the time of recording, this Rebirth is back, so hopefully it stays for a while because they keep removing it and adding it. Hopefully it stays for a while, but let's get into these loadouts. Subscribe if you're new. Let's go. The first one in today's video is going to be the BAR. This is by far one of the easiest assault rifles to use, especially on Rebirth Island, because it has literally like no recoil, it has a large magazine, and it feels really good. The time to kill is great as well. For this, you want to use the MX silencer, which is going to reduce the recoil and also increase the range. And then the XL barrel is pretty much going to do the exact same thing. The 2.5 times optic is the best optic to use in my opinion, but you guys can use any optic you want. It's personal preference. The pistol grip custom stock is going to increase the recoil control and the ADS, so make sure to stick that on. And then you guys want to use the stripe angled underbarrel for more increase in recoil control. The 50 round magazine is a game changer when it comes to this weapon because it increases the ADS, the fire rate, the movement speed, and the recoil control, so make sure to stick that on with lengthened. And then for the rear grip, you guys are going to want to use stipple grip tape to increase the recoil control. And then for the final two attachments, we have the perks, which are going to be hard scope for the recoil control and fully loaded. Honestly, this is an absolute laser beam. It is my favorite assault rifle. Let's get into the next class. Next up is the MP40, by far one of the best close range weapons, and it's just an old reliable weapon. A lot of you guys will probably have this maxed out as well, so let's get into the loadout. You want to use the recoil booster for the fire rate, and then the short barrel also is going to increase the damage, which is great. The optic is going to be any optic you want. Slate reflector is a good option. I like to use the last iron sight, but that's just my personal preference. For the stock, you're going to want to use the folding stock for the increase in movement speed and overall mobility, and then you guys are going to want to use the skeletal underbarrel for the increase in ADS and movement speed. You then want to stick on the 45 round magazine, which is going to increase the recoil control, movement speed, ADS and fire rate. This is a great attachment. And then for the ammo type, you want to use the lengthened ammo type. For the rear grip, make sure to stick taped grip on. Taped grip is a very good attachment when it comes to Vanguard SMGs because it really increases the mobility pretty much in every aspect. So make sure to stick that on. And then for the final two perks, we're going to be using momentum, and we're also going to be using quick just to make this weapon a little bit quicker. The next weapon is definitely a meta option. This is the Vanguard PPSH. Everyone is using it as a hipfire build, and it's for obvious reasons. It is very good. You want to use the oil can silencer, which is going to help increase the accuracy of the weapon, and then you want to use the second barrel, increasing the hipfire accuracy, which is obviously what we want because we want to make it a hipfire build. For more hipfire accuracy, you want to use the Carver foregrip, the Nambu 71 round magazine, the removed stock, and then the pine tar grip as well. And that is it for the hipfire and recoil attachments. For the final attachments, you want to use lengthened. For the optic, you can use the slate reflector. That is what I like to use because then you can also ADS if you need to. I know some people like to use a zoomed in scope because it does increase the accuracy whenever you are hip firing, but you can't ADS if you need to. So I would go for the slate reflector just so you can ADS if you do actually need to. And then you want to use tight grip for the recoil control, and then you want to use quick to finish it off. The next weapon in today's video is going to be the Grau 556. This is just an OG. I had to include it in today's video. It's one of the oldest weapons in the game that still can compete with the newer ones, so that I had to include it. This class setup is pretty basic, so I'm just going to go ahead and run through it real quick. A lot of you guys probably know it already as well because it has been in the game for literally years and years, ever since the release. So this is what you guys are going to want to use for this class. Let's get straight into the next one. Alright, this is the final weapon in today's video, the Armaguero. It is the best SMG when it comes to strafe speed and mobility. So let's get into the loadout. The first thing you want to do is stick on the recoil booster for the increase in fire rate, and then you guys are going to want to use the short barrel, which is going to increase the movement speed, and the strafe speed, which is what we want to make the most out of because this weapon has insane strafe speed. For more strafe speed, use the compact barrel, use the grooved grip, use the skeletal stock, and then you guys are going to want to use steady, and that is it for the strafe speed. You then want to use the 72 round magazine to increase the damage with lengthened ammo type. And then you can use any optic of your choice. I like to use slate reflector, and for perk 2 we're going to be going for quick just to increase the mobility, and that is the final class. Now, honorable mention, I would just like to include this Type 100 build in this video for you guys, just for the people who made it to the end. If you did make it to the end, comment down below, because this is honestly such an underrated class. It is one of my favorite classes at the moment for SMGs because the time to kill is ridiculously fast. I thought I'd just chuck this in at the end to see who the real OGs are and to see who stick around to the end. But yeah, that is it for the video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.